Welcome, everybody, to the Everyday Health Hacker Podcast. I'm Mike Herzing, along with this awesome lady, Dr. Liza Leal.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you, Mike.
Yep. Dr. Leal is the Chief Medical Officer right here at Meridian Health Institute in Sugar Land, Texas.
Yes, your medical dental resource of questions, answers, and therapy and treatments. We're here to help you.
We're laughing because I get messed up on my shows. I kept thinking it was Let's Talk Wheels. All right, either way.
Well, we can wheel you over.
There we go. You know, Doc, it's holidays.
Yes.
And everybody's overwhelmed.
Just a little bit.
Completely overwhelmed.
Yes. It's like, take a deep breath.
And, you know, and people make the mistake of watching the news. Which
oh, no,
makes
don't
it
do
even
that.
worse.
Don't watch the news.
I mean, come on.
Read the news. Choose what you want to read, and try to look for the nice, caring, uplifting stories.
Give us some more tips. Come on, we need more.
Well, the first thing I always share with people is that, you know, take a look, instead of maybe watching the TV, is maybe open your Bible, open up a devotional book, open up a creative book that helps you to think, or maybe you should just write in a notebook to get some ideas of what you want to accomplish. Put your dreams out there. You know, there's a wonderful saying in the Bible. It's Ephesians 3:20, and I always share with my nieces, grandchildren, and it encourages you to dream. And when I say dream, I want you to dream, and then I want you to dream bigger, because there's promises that are written about that if you dream it and it's in your heart, God promises more than you can imagine. So if we share that with each other, it really lets go of the angst, the overwhelm, and the anxiety. Because if it's in a dream in your heart, you're going to get there, but you have to do the work to get there. Because I remember the time that my dream was just to walk again. You know, it's just something very simple, walk again. And when I accomplished that, it was, okay, now I want to run. Now I want to water ski. Now I want to snow ski. So it took that dream truly more than I could ever imagine. And here we are today talking about different things. And I would just love to hear what the audience is doing to dream and dream big for 2022.
Yes, as a matter of fact, off the air we were talking about her working on her pilot's license.
2022, here I come.
And all the combustion engine things and manifold pressures and things like that.
I'm learning a lot about manifold pressure. Yes, I am. Yes,
but
yes.
you know, people just, I mean, holidays can it's you're joyous, or somebody, you know, you see the people with they put on one face and then and then they turn around and they're just wiped out.
They are, and they're exhausted. And I hear a lot of patients say, you know, I don't want to even get out of bed. I'm working from home. I could just do it on the computer, as opposed to getting up, getting dressed. I don't care if it's changing the pajamas or just changing your shirt for Zoom meeting. It is having something to look forward to. And a lot of people are losing the looking forward to, because what they are seeing on the news is devastating, overwhelming, and a lot of chaos and grief. There's just been a lot of grief, not only from the pandemic, but just what is happening in society. And I just encourage everybody to be kind. That is the best gift we can give to each other, is just to be kind to each other and be kind to yourself. Lift yourself up in the morning, instead of saying, oh my goodness, I should do this, that, and the other, and I'm not going to. Say, oh my gosh, you know, you look great in the mirror this morning. You know, today I'm going to take a walk around the block. Be excited about it, because every day is a gift.
How about what we do have instead of what we don't have?
Exactly.
Sometimes
concentrate on what you can and what.
You see other people and you think, oh, I wish I had what they have. But, you know, honestly, they may be the same thing looking at you that way.
Oh, absolutely. You know, people always say, you know, we know the saying, the grass is greener on the other side. I have patients that will say, you know, it's been 2 years since the pandemic. I haven't worked out. I'm like, hey, do you have YouTube? Because YouTube has been a wonderful avenue to be able to work out. You know, there's the Body Project. There's all these different projects that are out there. They're 30 minutes. There's the HIIT workouts. You know, some people bought Peloton bikes, all these different things. No matter where you are in finances, I promise you, you can do a free YouTube and get healthy for it. So let's concentrate on what we can do. You know, taking the time to cook healthier meals. You know, doesn't mean that you can't have that ice cream or that you can't have that small piece of pie, and I do mean small piece of pie, because it's also about living and loving life.
Right.
And God made those good things, those tasty things. And yes, there's sugar. It's just that we don't want to inundate our bodies with lots of sugar, because too much sugar causes inflammation. I mean, there was a statistic recently that came out that it stated that average American takes in 260 carbohydrates a day. That is tremendous. I mean, 2 sodas alone are 90 grams of carb, and that's 90 grams of sugar in many of those. But what can we do to make that easier to help decrease the inflammation? Because if you decrease your inflammation, you're also going to decrease your anxiety and depression levels.
I have stopped.
Yeah.
I've dropped down on sodas and used the little
tiny ones?
the little Mio things.
Oh, Mio, yes.
Oh, and
it's a great way.
It's like, oh man, it makes water taste great.
It does.
Of course, then I end up drinking so much water.
But then you get your electrolytes,
Right.
you get a little bit of energy because some of them have a little bit of B12. And you feel better, and you're not bloated, because a lot of the diet sodas have aspartame, and they cause you to bloat.
And then the carb comas and things like that.
And the carb comas, I mean, yes, everybody needs a nap here and there, but you want to do it because you're wanting to restore from a good workout or a bike ride from being outdoors or playing with the grandkids or your children. It's what can we do as a family to laugh longer and louder? A good belly laugh goes a very long way.
I can also tell you that if you get a better night's sleep, you eat a little bit better and get a better night's sleep 3 or 4 days in a row, then you'll feel like doing more. It's kind of like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I'm like, I'm so tired, I don't want to go to the gym today. I'm just not going to do it. And then if I get a good night's sleep, like 3 nights in a row, then all of a sudden I feel like doing something.
You feel like it. And a lot of people will say, Doc, I just, grab something in the evening, but I never eat breakfast. And I'm like, let's just switch that around. Have breakfast, but skip your dinner. Intermittent fasting can be many different things. For us, we do intermittent fasting at night, which is sometimes harder for us. Mm-hmm. However, when you wake up in the morning, you're ready for some bacon and eggs and some turkey sausage, and you're enjoying it because you did your part. So that also gives you more energy to burn, and it helps your liver to find the fat that you're looking to burn. Okay.
One of the things I've had trouble with, I get up in the morning, I'll drink a protein shake and have a cup of coffee or something. But I think the most successful people have a big breakfast, a medium lunch, and a light dinner.
Yes.
Maybe earlier, like 5 or something. Yes. And then no snacks or anything. I find out if I can do that, I can lose weight. I just have trouble getting the big breakfast. I'm just not used to it.
Everyone's a little bit different in what you do. I always say eat like kings for breakfast, or eat like kings and queens, and then eat like a pauper at dinner time, or just have something very easy to digest, which means, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to have steak and potatoes. Well, what about steak and a vegetable? You'll actually burn it cleaner, and your body can metabolize it better.
Okay.
Because a lot of people have found out that when they eat red meat at night, that they tend to stay up and they don't have a good night's sleep. It's because your body's really working hard to try and burn that off.
How about like a small steak and maybe green beans or something like that?
How about some grilled fish? Okay. How about some broiled fish and some vegetables? Number one, you're actually going to wake up and you're going to be hungry, which is actually a very good sign for you and your metabolism. So just something to think about as you're changing things. Chicken, turkey's coming up, so a lot of people will be having ham and turkey. So lots of different options. I would love to hear what everybody's options out there. So please like and comment on what your favorite option is for dinner.
Because I know your holiday meals are always keto.
Yes.
Things like that.
Close to keto, anti-inflammatory.
Anti-inflammatory, things like that. Mm-hmm. I can't really do keto as much. I do more of the Atkins kind of stuff.
Yes, everybody's different.
So everybody's a little bit different. But, I try to stay away from the carb overload, which, you see all the pictures of everybody having Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner, and they're all, they're all asleep.
They're in carb coma.
Yeah, carb coma and things like that. And, I'll find in the afternoon, I'll eat, like I'll leave here and things like that, and I'll be tired of a little cheese stick and some crackers or something, something like that. And all of a sudden, 10 minutes later, I'm awake and I feel better.
And you're alert. 'Cause you get
I'm alert.
The key, too, is also getting protein in. I mean, there's a lot of ice creams now that actually have protein, and they're low carb and they're low sugar. Just to name a few, there's Keto, there's Rebel, there's Enlighten, which actually is my favorite. I like that with vanilla bean. Add some Chalk Zero chocolate syrup. And I do mean this, Chalk Zero
You're
chocolate
on
syrup.
a roll. She's got a smile on her face.
And then a little bit of almonds, or, you can use some different types of nuts, walnuts. And then it's a low carb, low sugar sundae. And it doesn't mean that it has to be 3 scoops. Just do a half a scoop just to get that taste in. Mm-hmm. And you can also add some, unsweetened, no sugar whipped cream, which that goes a really long way.
Yeah, yep.
And then you can do a coconut hot chocolate I mean, there's lots of options that you can do. They're going to be low carb, low sugar. And remember, with coconut milk, you have to be really cautious because you need a no sugar coconut milk. Because otherwise you're going to be high in carbs. So watch those labels, everybody. Watch the labels.
Okay, all right. Now, folks, if anybody has anything you want to talk about, always info@everydayhealthhacker.com. We'd be glad to tackle whatever thing you want to talk about, anything like that. Anything else, Doc?
Well, our next segment, we're going to be talking about different types of desserts and things that you can enjoy during the holidays that are not going to make you feel guilty. So, hey, I look forward to seeing you next time.
That's even better. I like that one. That's actually more fun at all. All right, folks. On behalf of Dr. Liza Leal, the great staff right here at Meridian Health Institute. God, I'm drooling here. I keep thinking about this stuff. It's so
all
much
the good
fun.
foods coming up.
Our producer, Jack McCraw, and myself want to thank everybody for checking out the podcast. We really would love for you to subscribe, and we really appreciate everything you do for us, and we sure hope you like it, things like that.
Yes.
And always, everydayhealthhacker.com. You can look for Dr. Liza Leal, Dr. Liza Folds, Folds. You can find this lady all over the place. She is all over the internet. And please, have a great week.
Have a blessed week, and we'll see you soon.